So what's going on, guys? Welcome to the last Cloudia video. Today we've got for you another review. Valentine's banner, woo, special. So, we're going to talk about the unit first, of course. Earth DPS. She has a unique trait where she deploys a medium area field, so it'll probably be an okay distance. When unit is in field area, so any unit on your team, earth damage 3%, damage cap 15k, which is actually pretty good. You just straight up, it says unit is in the field, but I really assume that everybody will be able to get, because if there was a field and then no one else benefited from it, then what's the point? So I'm assuming that everybody gets it. It says when unit is in the field, it doesn't say when this unit is in the field. So that's a pretty big damage increase for just being in the field for Earth. And then damage taken by allies in the field area 24%. That's a general amount of damage, so pretty good. Follows the unit, it disappears when the HP is not at max for 5 seconds. So obviously you want to be at max. When your HP is at max, so you want to be at max. I mean, there's ways of getting to that situation. And then skill and special damage 15k. Boss wave start, you get special gauge 25%, which is not really that great, but I guess it's okay. And then when you activate your special, which is Fairy Tale, powerful earth combo will attack all enemies. Okay, it's probably not gonna be that impactful. So you really want to use your special, because then you get this boost. You give unit L boost buff, and your L boost is boost movement speed, which is not as important. But what is important is you get special attack, physical attack, and special damage 40%. So all physical attacks you're doing you're gonna get 40% more damage. On top of that, you get 35k. So you really want to use your special at least once. It's probably not gonna be that impactful. Your special probably isn't that strong. Usually when it comes to Alice units, her special is normally the strongest part of her kit. But from what I'm reading and from what I'm seeing, it seems like she's gonna be more of like a ability damage dealer, which is interesting. It's something a little different. So what does she offer in her kit? Let's find out. Use all MP to greatly restore the unit's HP and /CT. That's good. Use all MP to restore a special gauge 50% and give all units skills max. All units skills max skill stack +1 during wave. Unfortunately, you can't use it during arena because that would be too busted, but I feel like this is really good actually. The MP cost is irrelevant because you have to use all your MP anyways, but if you have a way of on your team of being able to restore this MP, this is actually really crazy. Because if you have other units that can allow you to get boost their skill timer, the SCT speed, and you use this, now you have more stock on those skills. So I think that's pretty good. I feel like that's a really good actually. Anti-phys armor, chance to negate physical damage, very good. She has some pretty good SC saving stuff like the Earth WP breakthrough, which I'm pretty confident that it's at least 10 to 15 cost, or around that range. 4 Giga boost. Sweet and bitter when 2 weapons equipped. Skill and special damage 30%, damage cap 10k. When physical attacking, enemy defense 20%, deal damage is pretty standard stuff, but that's pretty good still. When physical attacking, chance to break enemy guard, decent. When hitting an attribute weakness, damage 30%, that's pretty situational. And then counter damage taken 20%. So really, I don't know if bosses even do counters. So I'm assuming that's for arena. When I saw some of these things, I was like thinking like, is she like a counter to Guile? But I doubt that, because that's not good enough. 20% counter damage taken 20%. That's not good enough. So you just get a straight up 15%. Straight up 15% strength, or STR, whatever you want to call it. And then when the skill 1 or Choctail, is that what it is? I don't know. is not set. SC recovery speed minus 10%, and then you get a damage cap or a skill damage cap of 18. And then with this one, minus 15% when skill Miracle Brownie is not set. So this one, SCT recovery speed 10%, and then your skill damage is. I think you don't equip this one then, because I'd rather have less like it's only 10%, which is not that bad, but you get an 8k damage cap increase for your skills, abilities, skills, whatever. I don't know why they made you want to choose these. Can I have both of them? It would be nice if I could have both of them, but I guess you would choose. You probably would want to choose the brownie. Let me know in the comment section down below if you also would choose the brownie over the other one. I just feel like this isn't worth it. Getting a minus 15%, which is not that great anyways, and then getting just all you get is an SCT recovery speed by 10%, which is not that impactful. I feel like you just want to have this one equipped. So why they made you want to choose either or, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. And then Battlestar, you get an autocast Grand Brave, Grand 4, or just speed. I almost said Grand Speed. And critical. Continues in. Okay, that's pretty good. So she has a lot of SC saving stuff in here, but she does need a lot more. So is she gonna be good? I feel like in the Earth team, of course, she's probably gonna be pretty good. But I feel like Earth is one of the weaker categories currently. I know Guile just came out and he's good in PvP, but not so good in everything else. So you can't really judge it based on that, but this is a good start for Earth to be a stronger element. Because they're only Earth leader, and she did get buffed recently. And I just got her to 120, I believe. No, I didn't. I lied. Sorry. So we have her. She is technically a quote-unquote Earth leader with this. So Earth does have something to stand on. But your options for Earth are kind of limited. So you have this guy who's still quite good and he got buffed recently to his 120. He has a lot of things going on with him. But I don't believe there's an Earth healer. Or if there is one, I don't have it. So you could possibly turn her into a healer. She wouldn't have all the damage caps and stuff that healers have, but you could at least do it, I guess. Because she's not going to be doing much damage at this point. I mean, yeah, she has some things, but she's basically the hope of the Earth element, pretty much. So if you want to hope, if you already have Grapple, then I guess you could pull for her. I'm going to go ahead and give her innate. I think innate is fair. Earth is not the strongest element currently, and you're basically pulling to hope that Earth will be good in the future. Is kind of what I'm going at here, guys. Now, I'm going to go straight up and say that this arc is, I'm not impressed. And why do I think that? Just look at these, not that, sorry, this. Literally the only good one is the first one, and then the last one, kind of. Because I say kind of, and I'm going to talk about that soon, but this is at least something okay. But then it's just like, Love Prison. Give physical damage 20% to debuff to enemy that defeated the unit. You don't want to die. So already this is not good. Secondly, Soul Spark. Another thing where you have to sacrifice yourself to do damage. You don't want to die. So this is not good. The next one is the same thing. You don't want to build yourself to think that you're going to be KO'd. So why would you want this? That's 8 cost for something that might happen. And you need to have it on 2 people. So that's 8 cost for 2 characters each. That's just not good. And Harmonious Beat is just okay, but it's 10 cost for just a small cap. On top of needing 2 weapons of the same attribute. Which might not always happen, because you maybe want Trishula and another weapon that's not the same attribute. So this is not that good either. So this arc is just not good. Like, Earth damage, Earth physical damage 30%, and you get a small damage cap. Okay, cool. And then it's just some arena stuff, because I don't think bosses have dual wield or anything. Each wave cut gradually boosts strength and cut into overtime, and it's only 30% boost. This arc is just not good. I don't know, maybe you guys can, I don't know, somehow defend this arc in the comments maybe. I don't see it. And this is even underwhelming. This is all it is, it's just physical attack damage taken 15%. That's it. At least it has some strength on it, but like, the arc is not good. I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10. The review is over. Let's look at the paid equipment. I've already seen it, but I'm just gonna, you know, talk about it anyways. Earth attack damage 20%, 20 damage cap to 2,500, critical rate 30%, which is not that great, but it's just okay. And then here comes the damage to male other enemies 10%. So about female bosses, right? So I don't know. I'm not really sold on this that much. Obviously, it's pretty good because it's gonna have over 300 stats if you get this to level 40. Okay, so moving on. When units applying chocolate field, strength and defense buffed are buffed to 10% more, or just whatever that was, and then another 10% on top of it, whatever. Physical attack magic taken 10%. I wish this was like 15, but okay. And then skill damage 10% damage cap 15. Okay, fine. Let's go to this. So it gets over 100 strength on this. I personally am just not really sold on either of these this time around. I feel like neither of them are like complete must-haves. Obviously, if you have one or the other or both, it'll help a little bit, but I feel like you can just give her equipment that's already in the game that you don't need these. And that's like, I think this is like one of the first times I've ever even said that. Because usually it's like, oh, I'm gonna pick one or the other. But if you are pulling on the paid banner and you must pick one or the other, probably just go for the weapon because it's gonna do something at least. I feel like this other one just isn't amazing other than the field effect part. And you're not always gonna be at max HP, but you obviously want to be, but you're not always gonna be, so you lose this effect if you're not max HP. On top of the other, you'll lose the field effect anyways on top of that too. So yeah. Alright, so I'm getting really nervous. I will do a few pulls or maybe one, and maybe I'll get her. Most likely unlikely though. I'm really nervous because I don't want to use a lot of gems because I'm trying to save, but if I can get her on the first pull, that'd be great. If I don't, that's really unfortunate. There is a red. It's probably a dupe of something though. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we're gonna do... that hurts a little bit. I do kind of want her because I kind of want to invest in Earth for the future, but if I don't get her soon, I'm just gonna give up because I'm not that invested. And I really want to save gems. Wow, that's a dud. You guys have no idea how painful this is. I'm doing this for you guys to see if I'm gonna get lucky or not. Or if I'm gonna get salty or not. This is painful though. I got a 3-fer. What? That usually means it's gonna turn. Wow, I'm actually... Okay, that's actually really interesting. Usually when you get a transfer of 3 times, usually that means it's gonna change to red, but that... Of course it wouldn't happen that time around. Okay, now we get a red. And we're gonna skip all that stuff. Because it doesn't really mean anything anymore. See, I told you it doesn't mean anything. So I'm just gonna skip it. It's supposed to mean there's a unit in there, but like... Yeah, whatever. And that means it's gonna be an arc. Which I don't... Hopefully it's not gonna be... Okay. I think I'm done. I'm really nervous. This will be the last pull. This will be the last pull, for real this time. This will be it, because I really don't want to do anymore, and I'm not getting lucky, so... Okay, is this... Oh, it's gonna be an arc, so probably not. Oh my god, are we serious? Oh my god. After I talked bad about it, of course it would show up. Okay, I guarantee you the next one's just gonna be a dupe of something, but Of course I would get the arc and not the unit. This arc is just not that good, and of course I would get it. Yep. Of course I would get the arc and not the unit. Oh my god. I wish I had my webcam on right now. I have my head in my face right now. I'm just disappointed that this is the arc instead. Like, what am I gonna do with that? Other than leveling it up just to use some souls, I'm kind of unhappy about my results here. Oh well. It's RNG. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. It is what it is. Alright, I'll guys see you guys in the next video. Peace.